What's up, my gamer guys and gals? Your boy Godlike Gamer here, recording a I'm sorry about that. A ISBL Season 2 Week 3 team preview video. Um, this week we will be facing the what is their name? The Pittsburgh Pidgeottos and Abrown 430. I have not yet faced Abrown. He's a really dominant team in Season 1. And thus far has been a very dominant team in Season 2. He's a solid battler. I was actually really looking forward to battling him in Season 1 before all the season disbanded, or for that short time before finishing. Um, so yeah, um, I think his only loss has come to the guy who won Season 1. To be honest with you, um, he's pretty good, solid competitor. Very nervous. He's got a really good team, actually. Megametric, Landers T, Florges, Doublade, Vaporeon, Sneasel, Cradilly, Haxorus, Mew, Blaziken Blaze, and Tauros. With Munium Z, I really don't think he'll bring that. If he does, oh well. I mean, it's like a base 150 Psychic that gives Psychic Terrain. I'm not too worried about it. Especially considering I have a Dark type, he wouldn't want to waste it by accident. I don't know. Anyways, pretty solid team. I've actually used Megametric Landers T Mew as a OU offensive core, or not offensive core, just a straight up OU core before. I went really far with it. It's a really solid core. I'm really terrified of it. That being said, wow, I was gonna say that being said, those two Pokemon, Mew and Landers, are those only defoggers, but I forgot Floor just got defog. He's got a really good team. Really good team. I think I'm prepared for it. We'll see though. He also has Sneasel, which I thought was funny. Sneasel being my MVP of Season 1. Okay. So without further ado, first up is Reuniclus, a special defensive variant. This is built for Megametric, Cradilly. Really, Cradilly, Megametric, Vaporeon. I can stall out Mew if it does bring if it's an offensive Mew variant. That's the only variant where Unium Z could be really used, and Reuniclus completely walls it, so I'm not too worried about it. Colbur is in case of some Dark Pulse shenanigans. He might just bring Shadow Ball over Dark Pulse on his Mew, but I really actually would prefer him to, as it wouldn't proc my Colbur that's meant for Sneasel. The reason I have Colbur is to say Mew gets set up with a nasty plot and I come into Reuniclus, he could go into Sneasel and Pursuit Trap me. Without Colbur Pursuit 2-hit KOs, and if I switch out, it Okos me. So that's why Colbur is here, so I can get either a safe switch in or just straight up kill the thing, or get a Toxic off on it or something. I should have Focus Blast, but I didn't want to go for a Focus Miss or anything like that. So I just figured this is just Prophet might not put in that much work, to be honest. He might not bring Mew. Weavile can Pursuit Trap it, even as a defensive variant. It's very weak to Weavile. It doesn't really deal with. There's a lot of reasons he might not bring it. It's walled by Reuniclus. Latios can break through it pretty okay. Excelgor's right there. Haunter's right there. It struggles with Regirock. There's tons of reasons why he might not bring it, but Mew's a great Pokemon that it's really hard to not find a way to use it. So, I have it covered. If he doesn't bring it, then oh well. I can I can use this thing to stall out his walls like Florges or something, Um, this magic card is really such a good ability that not only does it help you from being wall breaked, it's also good at stalling out other stallers. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. Um, Next up is a Pokemon that should put in a lot of work. It's Mega Blastoise. Um, really, he's going to be really, really solid this week. I'm not going to lie. Pokemon that threaten my team. Landorus T. If it's an offensive variant, it's very hard to deal with. Scarf or Band or just max attack could be scary. Doublade's a very scary Pokemon. Sneasel, very scary Pokemon. Blaziken can be scary. Haxorus can be definitely scary. Tauros, he actually used Tauros in week 1. And it was very effective. It's a Pokemon I definitely knew I had to prep for. Blastoise walls all of those Pokemon I just named, among others on his team. Like a physical Mew if he wanted to bring it. I'd probably just switch out on that though. I'm not sure right now. Vaporeon can't really touch me that well. It can toxic me. I can touch it though. Cradily, Cradily can Leech Seed or Giga Drain me, but Aura Sphere 2-hit KOs it and I outspeed, so not really that worried about it. So yeah, a fun fact: Doublade can get up to +6, right? And Blastoise still isn't O-code. As long as it's at full health, it's not O-code by +6 Doublade. And Dark Pulse O-codes with a Spike Up. That's crazy to me. That non-invested Dark Pulse will do that. But that's Blastoise for you. He also can't be special defense investing. He can be max HP. But anyways, point. Blastoise is a really solid Pokemon for this matchup. All the Pokemon I listed that this thing walls, Scald, Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere helps counter. I guess like this Pokemon can touch 2-hit KO almost every single Pokemon on his team, not invested. Which is crazy to me. Florges definitely it doesn't 2-hit KO Florges. Special defense Cradily or bulky Haxorus. But everything else it can 2-hit KO at the least. Or like maybe like a special defensive Mew. I don't know. But this Pokemon is really solid. Hopefully I can keep it healthy so it can put in the work it needs to. Next up is Katana. Really solid Pokemon this week. I really wanted to run it adamant, 2-hit KOs, everything on his team. And outspeeds everything, but Mega Manectric. So I was thinking about running some kind of adamant plus Tailwind set. As you see, I have Whimsicott, but I decided it was probably just not a good idea on Tailwind because I need outspeed certain things. And Tailwind only lasts 4 turns, so if I didn't get it up, then I'd be in trouble. But the only thing this thing doesn't 2-hit KO is a Vaporeon right now. When it's not adamant, so I'm not missing out on that much, and I really needed to make sure I outsped Tauros as well, Tauros as well as Sneasel. Both of those Pokemon are threatening to this. Sneasel low kick, I believe, Okos. If it doesn't, then wow, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm not even gonna calc it. Tauros, a return from Tauros or Double Edge is gonna hurt. Not to mention the fact Tauros gets moves like, he gets some fighting move. I think he gets superpower. So definitely want to make sure I outspeed those things. Scarf Tauros could be an issue for Weavile. In that case, like I said, I'm gonna have to. That's why Turbo's here, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll have to identify his set, but I'm sure I'll be okay. This set does 2-hit KO everything except defensive Vaporeon, though, which he should bring. I don't know how he wouldn't. It helps deal with Blastoise, it helps deal with Katana, helps deal with Terrakion, helps deal with Regirock. Really good Pokemon. Heal Bell, Recover, Scald, Protect, Good Runner, Wish support. I really like Vaporeon, actually, especially in Draft League. It's going to be really annoying. Hopefully I can deal with it. Next up is Eli, the Whimsicott. Such a good Pokemon for this team. I'm really glad I picked it up. I'm having a lot of fun with Whimsicott, if I'm being honest. I really am. Encore. Encore is just for things like, I don't know, Landorus T. If it wants to set up a Swords Dance or something, I can Encore it. Florges, I can lock it into Defog. Mega Nectric is known to run things like, I don't know, Howl. I could do that. I doubt. I doubt, or Snarl. If it were to click Snarl, I would howl it into that. Vaporeon, I could howl. There's a lot of Encore potential on his team, actually. It's pretty solid. Also have Stun Spore on it. Stun Spore, so I can try to paralyze things like Landorus or Florges, or Landorus or Mega Manectric, and try to slow them down a bit. Sneasel if I have to. Mew, maybe Blaziken. It gives me an effort of paralyzing those Pokemon. Yes, Stun Spore does paralyze electric types as well as ground types. Actually, I'm not sure if it paralyzes electric types. I don't think it does. Regardless, I really do need to slow down a lot of his Pokemon. Or I don't have to, but it'd be really nice if I could. If I can get a paralyzation off on Tauros, I don't have to. Identify a Scarf or anything. I know just Weavile can handle it. Just solid. Z Memento. So if it's really there for if Weavile is taking too much damage, or if Profit gets really lowered and I can't get a recover. It's for those two, but mainly it's for Turbo. Turbo's gonna, like I said, gonna walls almost everything on his team and has no access to recovery. Wish support would be really helpful this game. Unfortunately, I do not have a Wish Mon. Very upsetting. I really wanted one coming out of the draft, but really weren't any good ones left, to be honest with you. It'll be okay, though. I'm not worried. I do think that Z Memento should be enough, and it'll allow me to weaken someone else. So, yeah, should be fine. Should be fine. I'm not too worried. Next up is Kakashi, aka Excelgor. Here we'll go with Unburden. Why not? Kakashi, the Excelgor, is actually a really solid Pokemon this week. I really kind of just threw it on the team initially as Spike support, and then I really started looking at its matchups against my opponent, and it does very well. Geez, I don't know what's going on. Spike support helps Pokemon like Sneasel and Blastoise guarantee hit KOs, as well as my last member of my team. I also know from using Landorus, Manectric, Mew that hazards are a very big problem. For that kind of core, you want to be switching a lot. And I mean, and Spikes kind of prevents that, weakening Manectric every time. It's not a very bulky Pokemon to begin with, so getting any kind of whittled down will let Kitana sweep it. So that's why Spikes are kind of important. Energy Ball is for Vaporeon if he wants to bring that thing. I can 2-hit KO it with Life Orb. U-turn's just kind of there. It's a stab, but it's really meant for getting in and out quickly. It's going to do a small amount of damage. It really shouldn't do too much. It is stab with Life Orb, but In Power Ice is for Landorus. It 2-hit KOs any Landorus. If I ran Choice Specs Modest, I OHKO'd Landorus if it was non-Def invested, but I really didn't think, I really did not want to be choice locked with this thing. As nice as it would be, because you don't really run Spadef Landorus anymore. That was a like XY thing, Assault Vest Landorus. So I really don't see that happening. So it would have been nice to OHKO Landorus outright. I'm not that worried about it though. Unburden, the ability, I mean, you just saw me choose it. It's just so for if Life Orb gets not like it, I doubt Rain Dance is gonna happen, or if I'm gonna get status. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. It happens. Sticky Hold, while it could be useful, I'm not gonna take knockoff damage, extra knockoff damage. I would actually rather just get knocked off in case he's like Scarf Weavile, or Scarf Sneasel, something like that, or Scarf Blaziken, Mew, or Hexorus. Say they were to knock me off, I then outspeed them. They wouldn't outspeed me through their Scarf because my speed would double. So, it's just a better chance. And losing a Life Orb isn't always bad. Taking the knockoff damage, it would put me in a range where a Life Orb hit would kill me anyway, so it'd be probably better to lose my Life Orb in that situation. And I don't see this thing taking a knockoff anyways. Whether I lose my item or not, I don't see him. Knockoff an Ice Shard definitely kills this thing, so definitely don't want to have to use it as a wall for Sneasel. Next up is I really did not know what to bring. And that worries me and not worries me at the same time. It tells me that I've done a pretty solid team build this far, or that I'm just completely messing up, that I can't see what I really need. We'll see which, I guess, right? Anyways, Latios. I didn't know what else to bring. If you look at my team, Terrakion I thought about, but Terrakion doesn't wall break anything. It is 100% walled up by Mew, Vaporeon, Florges, Landorus. It definitely is not a good Pokemon to bring this week. Regirock for the same reasons. It does give me a Rock Setter in Regirock, but there's a lot of weaknesses it has, this matchup. I almost brought Haunter. I really liked Haunter in the beginning. I think I'm gonna get rid of it though. I'm not trying to be. I'm not really seeing much viability in it. Latios outdoes it, if that makes any sense. We'll see though. I'm gonna probably take a look at the free agents this week though, and see if they're like I said. I really do want to Wishmon, so maybe I could work something out where maybe I'll do a trade or something. We'll see. Rotom Heat, another Pokemon that really doesn't have much use this week. I can't Volt Switch. He has a Ground type and Landorus. He has a potential Lightning Rod Mon and Manectric. I need to be careful of that. And he has Mew, which isn't going to really care about Volt Switch. Cradili's not going to care either. He's got Fire Resist. I mean, there's really no need for Rotom this week. I could have brought it to ease some of the load off Blastoise for helping deal with Doublade and Sneasel, but like I said, I didn't think I really needed to. Togedemaru, I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to use Togedemaru. That's another Pokemon that maybe I should think about dropping, but we'll see. We'll see. So the only Pokemon I have not named this far that's not on the team or have been ruled out of use of the team is Latios. Latios is just a really solid Pokemon. Um, I've mentioned a couple Pokemon thus far. If I had to build his team for versus me, Mega Manectric is probably gonna come. It, I, he'll probably just slap it on there. To be honest with you, it's a good Pokemon against me. Landorus is probably coming. Whether it's defensive Landorus or offensive Landorus, I'm not sure. Offensive Choice Scarf Landorus, or either offensive Choice Scarf or Dual Dance Landorus is honestly where he would excel it with Landorus. So that I'm gonna assume that's coming. I'm going to assume that. I'm gonna assume Special Florgus is coming. Special Defense Florgus. Uh, Defensive Mew is probably coming. Special Defense Florgus. Defensive Mew, Sneasel, Landorus, Manectric, and maybe Vaporeon for some kind of I could see Florges, Mew, Vaporeon, Sneasel, Manectric, Landorus. That's actually a pretty solid team. So actually, I don't see Doublade coming, so that might not be that big of an issue. But those 6 right there actually are. He only has one switch in to Latios, and that is Florges. Ice beam necessary. Tough decisions. Debating whether or not I should put Psyshock on this thing for a special defensive Florges, because that's the only thing out of those 6 mons I can deal with this. Like I said, Assault Vest Landers would be a crime. Offensive Landers is really good against me. Sneasel, whatever, fine. It could come, but it's not going to eat a hit from anything. I could drop a Shadow Ball and that's probably 3-hit KO. Not that Draco Meteor definitely kills. That's probably a reason not to bring Psyshock, because he could immune, go into Sneasel and trap me. But really, I really don't. He's Vaporeon, if it comes, is probably defensive, and Mew might have a little bit more speed on it. Is what would happen there. Yeah, Vaporeon's gonna be like some max. I don't like to sit here and just try to guess his entire team right now, but out of the Pokemon that I see viable, Haxorus could come. Haxorus could come. Blaziken could come. Tauros. Fuck, I forgot about Tauros. Tauros might not come. I have Regiark right. We'll see. Tauros might not. Anyways, he just really doesn't have a solid answer besides Florges and or trapping me with Sneasel. That's a good reason I should really be careful with this thing. But like I said, I didn't have many other options or solid options to bring. So I really thought this was going to be the best set. I really hope. I lose to Sneasel anyways, so there's no reason to have coverage for it, to be honest. But I really don't want to have to drop a Draco Meteor on Sneasel. If that makes any sense. I don't know. We'll be fine. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Yeah, it'll kill me anyways. It outspeeds me. Knockoff kills me. So Pursuit almost kills me. Anyways, guys, that's my team. I really think if I win, it's going to be on the backs of Katana and Turbo. It's going to be Eli's job to support them. It's going to be Prophet's job to help them deal with things they can't, such as stalling out Florges. That's going to be a big thing of this matchup. I feel in the long run, it's going to dealing with Manectric's also going to be an important job of Profit. Kakashi's going to have to get some spikes up and try to do his best to keep them up while also pressuring him offensively. Excelgor is going, especially if he brings what I just said he probably is going to bring. Excelgor is the fastest Pokemon out of all of those. Besides Toy Scarflanders, which I really do think is coming. I don't know why, but it's in my mind that it's coming. 2016, lol. 2016 Choice Scarflanders. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. Thoughts. Thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. But thank you guys for watching, I guess.